Adam Sandler once sang, Hanukkah is so much funukkah, but it originally wasn't really that way for the ancient Jews. Shalom, this is Zoe, aka That Jew Girl Lou, and I am here to talk about Hanukkah, probably one of the most famous holidays synonymous with the Jewish culture, and in my opinion, my favorite Jewish holiday. And you're probably wondering, why am I wearing this head wrap thing? So yes, while it does make me look even more Jewish, I'm actually wearing it for health reasons, okay? But it does make me feel very pretty. So before we jump into it, please be sure to like this video and subscribe to this channel if you like what you see. So what is Hanukkah? And why is it referred to as the Festival of Lights? Why do we light a menorah? And why do we eat latkes and exchange gifts? Why is it 8 nights long? And why is there like 10 different ways of spelling Hanukkah? You can probably guess now by watching my channel, if you've been watching, this channel since the beginning, that Jews don't just name stuff willy-nilly. There is literally a story behind everything. And today, I'm going to tell you that story. So in my previous vlog, I discussed the Torah and the many different books held sacred by the Jewish people. The story of Hanukkah is a story that you won't find in the Bible, like the Old Testament or even the New Testament, but you will find references to it, primarily in the book of Daniel. When I was researching for this episode, I came across multiple sources that alluded to books called 1st and 2nd Maccabees that were supposedly removed from the original Bible manuscripts. And there was a lot of controversy surrounding them, like if the story of the Maccabees are considered Bible canon. I guess they can be found in Roman Catholic and Eastern Orthodox Bibles, but just because something is not considered canon doesn't make it any less true. I thought that was interesting and I wanted to share that. Hanukkah is a Jewish festival that commemorates the recovery of Jerusalem and the rededication of the Second Temple that resulted from the Maccabean revolt against the Seleucid Empire in the 2nd century BC, so around 100 to 200 years before the birth of Christ. Once upon a time, there was a king named Antiochus IV Epiphanes, and he did not like the Jews, as most people didn't, and still don't. Antiochus was in charge of the region and had big footsteps to fill from his predecessor, Alexander the Great. Antiochus worked very hard to implement the paganistic culture of the Seleucids in what is known as Hellenism, which is basically a fancy word for Greek culture. This involved nearly eliminating anything that had to do with the monotheistic beliefs of the Jews by prohibiting Jewish practices and trying to get them to worship false gods like Baal and Zeus. One day, a Jew named Mattathias took action against a Greek official. He ended up killing this Greek official who had tried to make him worship a pagan deity. This action began what is known as the Maccabean Revolt. It wasn't long before Mattathias' 5 sons took it a step further and initiated a full-scale revolt that would last 3 years. And as a result of this revolt, Antiochus was defeated, and they were able to take back the temple, which had been used as a pagan place of worship under Antiochus's rule. So when the Maccabees rededicated the temple and worked to restore it back into a place of Jewish worship to the one true God, Yahweh, they actually found that there was just enough oil left in the lamps that would only be enough to burn for 1 single day. They lit the lamps anyway, knowing that it was a possibility that it wasn't going to last very long, and the candles ended up burning for 8 days. A miracle. This is why Hanukkah is 8 days, or rather 8 nights long. We eat oily potato latkes as a way to remember that miracle. We play dreidel because legend has it that the letters on each side of a dreidel spell out a great miracle happened here in Yiddish. Yes. And we exchange gifts with our loved ones to commemorate family and faithfulness to one another and our heritage. According to Wikipedia, the name Hanukkah derives from the verb dedicate. So just as the temple had been rededicated. So why are there so many different ways of spelling it? Britannica says it's because of something called transliteration, which is the act or process of writing words using a different alphabet. Britannica continues to say that the Hebrew language does not use the Latin alphabet. which is the standard script of many languages, including English. Thus, when used in an English context, the sounds of the different Hebrew characters must be converted or transliterated into Latin letters. So really, there isn't a wrong way of spelling Hanukkah, whether you spell it like I do, which is Hanukkah, or if you spell it Chanukah. It all means the same thing. We know what you mean. Well, and there you have it, the story behind Hanukkah. Again, please make sure you like and subscribe for more videos like this one. Hag Hanukkah Shemach, and see you next time. Shavua Tov. I have no idea what I'm doing. Kag Hanukkah Chag Hanukkah Samach. Chag Hanukkah Chamach. This is ridiculous. I'm gonna try my best. This is embarrassing. I'm a terrible Jew. I'm trying to say Happy Hanukkah in Hebrew, and it's not going very well. I need a minute. Get it together. Come on. I gotta do this so I can make my Bubby proud. Okay. Hanukkah Shamash. And see you next time. I'll figure something out.